Yo, what's poppin', y'all? It's your boy Stacks, and I'm back at you with another episode of Grew Up Inside. First and foremost, man, as always, I just want to give a big shout out and say much love to everyone that has been viewing my videos, liking my videos, commenting, giving me the words of encouragement. You know what I'm saying? It means a lot. You know what I'm saying? And to all my new subscribers, I appreciate y'all. Hope you guys enjoy the content. And if there's ever something that you feel lost about my videos or something, 9 times out of 10, man, I have probably explained it in one of my earlier episodes. So you guys got to go back and catch up. You know what I'm saying? And if you guys haven't done it yet, man, just hit that subscribe button with the little notification bell. That way, every time I drop a video, you guys can get informed first and view my shit ASAP. You know what I mean? I don't have my merch out yet. I plan to have it out in the next few weeks, month or two, something like that. I'm still coming up with designs. I hand draw all my own shit, so, you know, I want to come up with the perfect design for my first set of, you know, shirts and hoodies and shit like that. But what I'm going to do once I get my merch up, every 50 comments, the first 50, I'm going to pick 3 people and send them free t-shirts or a hoodie or a hat or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you hit that notification bell and turn on them notifications, so you guys can get a chance to win a free t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So today what I'm going to talk about, man, is 3 things you can do to stay positive while doing a significant amount of time being incarcerated. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, a sad thing to say, but it's true. You know, whenever you're doing a significant amount of time and stuff like that, people like girlfriends and friends and even family members, you know, when you first get in and start doing your bid, they're gonna write you all the time. You know what I mean? When you call them, they're always gonna pick up and accept that collect call. You know, they're gonna come visit you and shit like that. But once you get, you know, a year down the road, a year and a half down the road, 2 years down the road, you know, sad to say, but that shit's gonna dwindle out. It's going to all start to fade away. You know what I mean? Out of sight, out of mind. You know, when you're doing a long stretch, people tend to it seems like people tend to forget about you, you know? And some people, man, it breaks them down, you know? And others, it you know, makes them stronger and become, you know, self-dependent and able to release from your own mind, you know, without getting those letters from the outside world and shit. Because once you start losing contact, the world keeps spinning and the world keeps going, but time stops for you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, people that have once wrote you 2-3 times a week, it's going to fade away, and you're going to be lucky if they write you 2-3 times every 6 months. You know what I'm saying? So, prepare yourself for that. So one of the first things that you could do, man, is find an outlet. Some type of outlet, something to release your mind from the time that you're doing. You know what I mean? For me, my outlets was drawing and doing poetry. You know, later down the road, it evolved into doing tattoos and writing raps and stuff like that. But it started out with just drawing, man. Whenever I would draw, I could give myself tunnel vision, and it seemed as though everything around me, all the negative space and people and voices would all just fade away for that time being, and it would release me mentally, you know, because they can lock up your body, but they can't lock up your mind and your spirit. You know what I mean? And if you find yourself an outlet to release yourself, you should be good, you know. Even when you're doing time in a confined space like segregation or something for really long periods of time, if you have that outlet and something that you can literally focus on to the point of almost meditation, then you're gonna be good. You know what I mean? You won't need letters, you won't need phone calls, and you won't need a visit. That shit is gonna feel good when it comes. Don't get me wrong, you know what I mean? But you're gonna learn how to live and cope without it. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, for me, it was drawing and, you know, writing poetry, and then later down the road, writing raps and stuff like that. For others, you know, reading is one of the things that people do, working out, you know, the poetry thing, and all types of stuff. It can be anything that you like to do. You know what I mean? Anything. Like, there's people that make sculptures out of soap. You know, all types of the possibilities are endless when you're doing that much time spending your on alone by yourself and shit like that. You can become quite crafty. You know what I mean? So yeah, find an outlet, man. One of the first things you can do to stay positive. You know what I'm saying? Another thing, second thing, program. Get yourself involved with programs. You know what I mean? If they have any type of programs whatsoever, get involved with it. In the adult systems, they have like college courses and shit. Not everywhere, but some places do. You know what I mean? If you're really serious about, bettering yourself and turning your shit around and, keeping that positive mindset and not being a knucklehead, get yourself programming, GED classes, some type of job, something constructive that you can do in order to, build up discipline. You know what I mean? If you keep yourself on a schedule, a tight schedule, and dedicate yourself to that schedule, that's how you start, to become more disciplined and structured. You know what I mean? So that's another thing that you want to do in order to stay positive, while doing time. Program. Stay away, stay away from the knuckleheads and shit like that. You know what I mean? Do what you gotta do. Keep your nose clean. I, unfortunately, didn't program. That's why my short bid turned into such a long span. Because I was young and I felt like I had something to prove, and it didn't get me nowhere but continuously into a deeper and deeper and deeper hole. You know what I mean? Excuse me. Yeah, so programs, man, that if you don't program, like I said, it's going to hold you back. You might think that, I'm chilling, I'm going to hang out and I'm going to do my time how I want, but in the long run, bro, when you look back, like I do, I look back, you're going to wish that you did program, so God forbid if you ever have to do any type of time or anything like that, but get yourself involved in programs. Set up a strict schedule for yourself and stick to that fucking schedule. You know what I mean? Don't mind what other motherfuckers are saying unless they're directly going to harm you in a physical way or something like that. Who gives a fuck what people say? Who gives a fuck what they think? You know what I mean? If you know that you're not pussy and you know that you're not whatever it is that they saying, who cares what they say? Now, when someone comes into your personal space, that's when you do what you got to do and show them like, hey, listen, you're not going to get over me. I'm not no fucking punching bag. You know what I mean? So find an outlet, man. Number one. Number two, program. Program. You know what I'm saying? And then the third thing, there's three G's that they say you should stay away from while doing time. Gangs, gambling, and the gays. Those three things. If you can stay away from them three things, then, not saying you won't have any problems at all while doing your time, but it will make your ride a little bit more smoother. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said in one of my other videos, man, everyone gets tested. Every fucking person that comes in there, you are going to get tested because there's people in there that don't, like I said, people are going to fade away from the outsides. You got guys doing years and years and they haven't had a phone call in, 5 years. They haven't had a letter or a visit in 4. You know what I mean? And they have to fucking survive by being, more dominant than the next person. So you are going to get tested. You know what I mean? Something that's sad to say, the white dudes get tested a lot more than anyone else. Why? Because historically, white guys were, while incarcerated, dudes that are locked up and they're white, the majority of the white population are pushovers. They're pussy. You can, run down on them, do whatever it is that you want to do. You know what I mean? So especially if you're going to be, going in there doing any time you're white, just, be prepared to protect yourself. Don't go out looking for issues and nothing like that, but just be prepared to protect yourself when it comes. Don't let no one push up on you. None of that. Like anything, even if you think you're going to lose, you feel as though you're outnumbered, outgunned, whatever. Do whatever it is the fuck you have to do to protect yourself and show them like, hey, listen, man, I'm going to fight for my shit. So you might as well go to the next person that's just going to give it up. You know what I mean? So, gangs and shit like that. Well, that's my last bid was the only bid that I did, as a gang member. I was, after I became a king, I got locked up one more time, You know what I mean? And I did a little stretch. And but the jail that I was in at the time, there was only a few of us there. There wasn't a lot of us there. You know what I mean? Not enough to have something significant type of movement. There was a few of us there, and the ones that were there, we was rocking out. You know what I mean? There's multiple people that can attest to what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I was one of the only kings on that whole block, and I was rocking the fuck out, whether or not my brothers were riding behind me or not, just because I never been pussy, and that's how I roll. You know what I mean? So the gangs and shit like that, if you're involved in gangs, that's gonna bring problems off the gate, because you take an oath that it doesn't even matter if you don't know this guy, the dude that's next to you. You still have to fucking ride for him, whether he's right or he's wrong, and that can cause a lot of animosity between people. I don't know this fucking dude for a can of paint. I think he's a punk or a lame and pussy, and he's not gonna ride for himself. But the reason that he is because he knows that he got me and 3-4 other brothers behind him. You know what I mean? And I don't like that type of shit. So if you're not already involved in a gang while you're in there, don't get involved in one when you're there. All right? Gambling, as it's almost self-explanatory. You can kind of figure out for yourself, like, all right, if you're going to be gambling, you're going to have problems, because we're in there gambling for food items and stuff like that, and we don't have barely jack shit as it is. You know what I mean? So the little bit of money that we do have, motherfuckers get really bitter when it comes time to losing and paying up. So, you got a lot of times, you're gambling with dudes, and then they're just like, man, you know what? Fuck it, I'm not paying. And then, of course, you're not going to let someone just punk you and not pay you what they owe you. So, boom, it's going to create issues for you every fucking time. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't matter if your word is gold and your money's gold and you know that you always pay your fucking debts. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter about you. It matters about the next man. You know what I mean? 5, 6, 7 dudes at the poker table playing 4 or 5 hours straight, and tempers flare, and people get aggravated and people start talking down to you, all pussy ass motherfucking cracker, white boy this, white boy that, and you're going to get yourself into issues. You know what I mean? So if you like to play cards and shit like that, just play for fun. You know what I mean? Don't put money on the line, because if you do, somewhere along the line, you're going to have issues. You're going to have to end up fighting. You're going to hurt someone, or you're going to get hurt. You know what I mean? There's been times, I witnessed dudes, they're down a lot and they don't want to pay. So they'll just fucking leave off the block. And also, too, you can really get hurt. You're up, let's say you're up $100 on the table. Motherfuckers like, man, fuck that. We don't like this fucking white boy right here. So they'll come up behind you and cut you, fire you up. You know what I mean? Fire you up. That means padlock inside a sock or tied to the end of a net bag or inside a net bag or something like that. Fire your shit up and, fuck you up and get you out of there so they don't got to pay you. Once you're gone, no one got to pay their debt. You know what I mean? So gambling and shit like that, unless you just absolutely positively can't stay away from it, man, just don't gamble. Play cards for fun. And then to wrap it up, man, the gays. All right, people kind of, got an image that when people go to jail and shit, they get raped and Big Bubba and whatnot. But let me tell you, man, when you're locked up, there are more openly gay homosexuals than you may think. There's dudes in there with titties, long hair, sound like females and everything. You know what I mean? But whenever you're dealing with people like that, it's going to make you look some type of way. It doesn't even matter if you're not boom, boom, whoop, with them. It don't matter. If you're even talking to them, dealing with them, it's going to make you look some type of way. And also, too, man, dudes in there really will fucking fuck you up, kill you, stab you, fight you over a fucking man. You know what I mean? They're literally selling their ass. Dude, you fucking, so it's going to bring problems, man. No matter how you look at it, how the fuck you approach the situation, you're gonna get yourself into issues if you fucking with the fags, the punks, twinkle toes, sissies, bulbos, you know what I mean? However you want to call them. So gays, gambling, gangs. Stay away from those 3 G's, and you can keep yourself in a little more positive type of vibe and circle. You know what I'm saying? So, just to retouch on the wrap up, man. 3 things that you want to do to stay positive while doing a significant amount of time is find this fucking outlet, something that, you know, can release you from your situation, you know, tunnel vision on whatever you're doing. You know what I mean? Program. Find fucking programs to do, jobs, set a strict fucking structured schedule for yourself and stick to that. You know what I mean? You're doing 4, 5, 6 years and you're getting up at 5:30 in the morning that whole entire time. Work out this time. Fucking eat this time. Do this time. That time. And break your day down for 5, 6 years straight. When you get out, it makes it a little bit easier for you to program when you come out here. You know what I mean? So program. And then the third thing, stay away from the 3 G's. Gays, gambling, and gangs. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, if you do them things, man, it's going to make your time not easy, because no time is easy. All time is rough. You know, it all fucking sucks no matter what. But if you do those 3 things, man, it'll make it a little bit more smoother and bearable for you. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, as always, man, I appreciate everyone that tunes in to the videos. I hope y'all enjoy it. If you do, hit the like button. If you haven't done it yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, the little notification bell. That way, every time I drop a video, y'all can be notified. You know what I'm saying? Let's get these subscribers up to 1K, man. You know, shouts to everybody, man. Till next time. Yerrro.